Today, we're going to talk about Daniel in the lion's den. Now you see, Daniel was great friends with the king. Daniel was one of the administrators, and the king planned to set him over the whole kingdom. When the administrators and the satraps heard about this, they tried to find charges against Daniel in his conduct of government affairs, but they couldn't find anything. They said the only way they could make charges against him was if it had something to do with the law of God. So all the royal administrators, prefects, satraps, advisors, and governors had all agreed that no one could pray to any god or human except for the king for 30 days. And if they do pray to anyone but the king, they would be thrown into the lion's den. So the king wrote this law, and when Daniel heard this law was published, what he did, he put on the armor of God. What is the armor? It says in Ephesians 6:13 through 18, "Therefore put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all of this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and pray in the Spirit of all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all of the Lord's people." Now, what did Daniel do? He had faith in God, so he took the shield of faith. He also had the helmet of salvation. He had the buckle of truth with the sword of the Spirit, and all these things that are the armor of God. So when he went up to his upstairs room, he prayed with the windows wide open. Now let me tell you, prayer is also a powerful weapon. Also because when he was thrown into the lion's den, the angels came from heaven and the lions were full. Let me repeat that the lions were full. You see, we should put on armor of God so that we may be protected from whatever it is today. We must put on the armor. Take the belt of truth. Someone may ask you today, who is God? So take the belt of truth and put on the shoes of peace, because someone might need God's peace today. We need all the armor because we don't know what today will be. Only God knows. So we put on this armor and we pray, because prayer could travel to heaven. You see, God gives us these weapons like peace and salvation and all this. So we need to communicate with Him too and pray, because prayer could travel to places that we cannot go. You see, Daniel was thrown in the lion's den. He prayed, and prayer traveled up to God. So God told the angels to be in the lion's den with him, so the lions would be full.